Hello, welcome to FunMOOC. In the previous video, we have learned about the interface. In this video, we will be understanding how to work with cells. Whenever we work with Excel, we have to enter information. In Excel, cells are the building block of a worksheet. Now notice I have clicked in this cell, which has a black border around it. This is known as an active cell. An active cell is one which is ready to take input. For example, I can enter some letters, I can enter numbers and click enter. Every cell is referred to by a name called an address. Now if you look at cell that is the active cell here, the name box on top reads A1. So A1 is the name of this cell. A, the first letter, refers to the column. The number 1 refers to the row. Now look at this cell, for example. What do you think is the name of this cell? You are right, it is F5. The column is F, the row is 5, the intersection is where this cell is located. So its address is F5, and you will notice on the name box it also appears F5. You can also select multiples of cells at the same time. A group of cells is known as a cell range. Rather than a single cell address, you will refer to a range using the cell addresses of the first and the last cells in the cell range separated by a colon. For example, a cell range that included cells B1 to B5 would be written as B1 colon B5. Let's take a look at the different cell ranges below. Let's shade the cell ranges C1 to G1. Here we go. Now let us shade the ranges A1 to C6. Alright, so now that we have looked at the cell ranges and how to name a cell range, let us look at the various cell content. Each cell can contain different types of content, including text, numbers, dates, formulas, and functions. In our example displayed here, let us find the sum of the milk that is supplied over these 3 days. Now notice that this uses the sum function. We can use the sum function by selecting the insert function option and selecting sum. Click OK. Now it says the sum function adds all the numbers in a range of cells. In the box here, we need to enter the range over which we want to add the numbers. So I'll just click this button and then highlight the options, the cells which have the numbers, and select enter on the keyboard. Here we go. So the total liters of milk supplied over these 3 days was 43 liters. Now let's look at how to delete a cell content. Suppose we have made a mistake and we want to delete it. So what we do is simply select the content we want to delete and hit delete on the keyboard. Alright, the other option is right click on the cell and select clear contents. Let's look at how we can copy and paste. Now, in order to copy content, we press Ctrl C on the keyboard and click in the new location and press Ctrl V. For example, suppose we want to copy the content in cell D2, which is this word average, and paste it in cell A6. You are right, A6 is here. So what I do is I'll click in the cell D2, select Ctrl C and click in cell A6 and on my keyboard press Ctrl V. So what we have done is we have copied the word average from here to here. You can go ahead and select escape to cancel the command that was pressed previously. Alright, so now let us explore different cases that we will come across. For example, if you hover your mouse over this content, you can see at the moment it is a fat white cross. A fat white cross is a selection caser. Now notice the thin black cross at the bottom right. This is known as an autofill. So go ahead and explore it. If you just click and drag, it is going to copy whatever content is there over the range of cells. I'll select Ctrl Z to undo that. Then we look at another caser, that is a thick black line with an arrow in either direction. This is to size the column. Then we'll look at black arrows, another type of caser where we have a black of set of arrows. For example, this one, it's a thin black cross with arrows. So what we can do is select and move to the new location. So what we have done is we have moved or rearranged the cells. Alright, so we can select this whole range of data, and when it becomes a thin black cross with arrows, left click your mouse and drag it to a new location and release your mouse. So what we have done is we have rearranged the cells. I'll select Ctrl Z to undo that. Now let's look at formatting cells. Excel provides us several ways to format content so it is attractive. Example: styles, font, color, background, underline, making it bold, etc. So we can select a fill and we can color it orange. So that makes our Excel looks appealing visually. So if you look at another example, in this activity 1, I have made this shape by just coloring each of the cells. Now you can try it as an activity. Go ahead and make a face or a car or any shape you want by just using the cells. Alright, and you can easily copy and paste. Ctrl C for copying and Ctrl V for pasting. Alright.